Do you want to know what I mean when I say buy less to have more, like the Scandinavians? Well, keep watching and I'll get right into it. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Anneli. I'm a full-time registered nurse with 3 adult children. And on this channel, we look at ways to make life more sustainable and building a healthy, cozy home and bringing nature indoors in the Scandinavian and Nordic style. This is a topic that's actually close to my heart and one that I've been working on right now for the past several months because I'm trying to get it ingrained in my head that you don't have to have lots of things and have a stockpile of everything to feel comfortable and safe in your home. So I've come up with 5 ways and strategies to kind of get in the mindset of not buying so much, and what'll end up happening is that you're going to end up feeling more intentional with what you do have, and you're going to be probably less anxious, and I'll get into these steps right now. The number one thing is don't panic. It's okay if you run out of things. This is something crazy because this is something I have noticed that it was getting out of hand. I do my grocery shopping and I would look at what I have on the shelf, and even if I had 1 or 2 spares, I would think I had to restock on that item because I couldn't run out. And I was thinking, why am I feeling like this? Why can't I run out of it? I remember growing up and we would run out of things, and me and my sister would come up with great ideas and come up with all kinds of creative ways to make do when we ran out of things. And why do we stock up so much and have to have so many spares? To me, what ends up happening, it's a waste of money. So if you want to think about it in the way that I don't need to buy something because I've already got it and it's okay to run out, think of the money you're saving. All right, number 2 is shop your home. You'll be surprised at what you can find. Not only is this good for just using up things that you've forgotten about, but you end up actually doing some decluttering while you're doing that. My daughter, a while back, she cleared out some of her hair care and skincare stuff, and she put them all in the closet. So we've got this stash of things in there. So I've been trying to not shop and replace things right away and trying not to stock up on spares. So I've actually gone into our closet and found things that I can use, including shampoo or hairspray or whatever little thing it is, because there's some left. So I have been forced to use up things we have and also have a look at what I have and really see if it's worth saving, if it's gone bad, if it's expired, if it's not worthy, that you're not going to ever use it, then get rid of it. So in a sense, not only are you saving money, saving shelf space by not having so many spares, you're actually doing a bit of decluttering, and while you're decluttering, you can do a bit of cleaning and wiping up and reorganizing. So it kills more than one bird at one time. Okay, I hate that saying, so scrap that saying. But anyways, you multitask and you do more than one thing. Even if you're only intending to not buy a lot, you end up doing a lot more, and that's where the intention comes in, and you're actually more sustainable. So number 3 is start a list. Yes, lists are where it's at. If it really makes you feel stressed not to have that thing that you might run out of, start a running list. I have some on my iPhone. I have in the Notes app, I've got one for like the drugstore items that we may need and one for grocery store items. So if it's something that's kind of a pantry item that I don't use that often and I run out, I add it to one of those lists. So then when it's actually time to go shopping, I can check my list and get only those things that are on my list. So I'm not tempted to buy so many other things that I don't really actually need. And also, so I don't buy duplicates. I don't know about you, but when I haven't had a list with me, I will go to the grocery store, especially with spices. I think, I can't remember if I have it, so I ended up having, 3 or 4 bags of oregano, or stuff like that. So silly, but it happens. And when you're not really intentional with what you do and kind of sticking to your own plan, you can end up just wasting money, and you end up wasting space too. Number 4 is resist your urges. Don't add to your hobby, your interest, your collections, whatever that may be. Mine happens to be knitting. I can't go into a yarn store because I'll end up seeing some cool yarn that I want to buy, and I've already got a bag full of yarn that I haven't even used, so I stay out of yarn stores. So if yours is like, for instance, clothes shopping, don't go into clothes stores. Don't go on websites for shopping. Unsubscribe from those newsletters from those stores, things like that. For me, the other thing I do is I haven't, even, this was even before 2020 started, I was shopping for my groceries online, and my grocery shopping delivery service only delivers here. Well, I can have it delivered other days, but it costs money, but my free delivery is on Saturdays. So I have till Friday evening to add everything to my cart and complete the shopping checkout. And when I do that, that means that I get my groceries once a week. For over a year, I've hardly stepped into a store. So when I do go into a store, it's actually like a little event. What it has helped me do is I really stick to my list, and I have a running grocery cart on the store website, and then I check out, and that's it. So it's really amplified the fact that if I don't add it, and if I forget about it, I really have to make do. But it's only for a week. I can always handle that. It's forced me to spend less, be more mindful of what I shop for, and to be more organized, which I really love. So part of number 4 to resist your urges is don't fall for marketing, and don't follow your urge. Don't shop on a whim. So if you really think that you need something, write it down or sleep on it for a night or two a week. So these tips are for people like me. So if you're like me, that you've been conditioned to, not run out of anything and shop at warehouse stores, shop in bulk, just so you have spares on hand, then this is, I think, the strategies that might help you, just like it's helping me. And number 5 is plan. Yes, it's all in the planning. If you have something that's a goal and a big purchase, you've probably planned for it. So that's what you need to do. So how you can work that into, for instance, buying clothes for yourself, for your kids, is you go through all your clothing items, divide them into categories, and look at what's lacking, and you make a list, and then you only shop with that list. So that's a really intentional way of not getting caught up in the sales and promotions that are out there, and you end up feeling so much better because you've not wasted your money, and the guilt of shopping for things that you didn't actually need won't be there. Also, what works is if once a week or once a month, whatever works for you, is you do your meal planning. You can't really make a grocery list if you don't know what you're going to be eating. So I try to do that very generally, weekly, kind of have an idea of some things that I want to make, and the rest is usually the same things that I always buy that we have to have on hand. If you can do that, then it helps you from buying those things that'll go to waste, because gosh, how many times have you bought something and it sits there and kind of goes moldy and it's bad before you've even used it up? So really think about what you need for the time being, and then only shop for that. That's actually something that I grew up with when I was a little girl, because you would only shop in Finland and for things that you needed that day, because my parents didn't have a car when they lived in Finland. You would take the public transit, and you would only shop in the stores that were close to you. And the grocery stores are not huge like they are here. They're just slightly bigger than a convenience store. I'm not saying they don't have the huge grocery stores there. They do have some of them, but growing up, the grocery stores were just barely bigger than our convenience stores, and you only bought what you could carry home, and it was all in reusable bags even back then. So reusable bags is not a new thing. That was around in the 60s and 70s when I was in Finland. So my final thoughts on this subject. If you do all these things, you're going to find out that you're going to be really mindful of what you buy. You're going to become more creative if you run out of things, and you'll learn to make do, and I think that's a good thing. One of the bonuses of all this is you're going to end up decluttering. It's just a side effect of not buying so much and not buying in bulk. You may actually realize that you can do without a lot of the things that you've been programmed to buy. And when you've done all these things, you can congratulate yourself because you've become more mindful and intentional about what you bring into your home. So if you like this video, check out this one right here, because this is how to declutter like a Scandinavian. And if you have another idea, leave it in the comments because we'd love to read them. And also give this video a thumbs up because it helps me out. Thank you so much. Stay healthy and have a great week. Bye. Bye.